Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing the books I read in March, plus my April TBR. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. So the first book I read this month was The Queen of Nothing, because it was the last book of the Bulk of the Air trilogy that I had to read. This is probably one of my two favorite books ever. So yeah, The Queen of Nothing. And I also have How the King of Elfhame Learned to Hate Stories. Loved this book, good, and it also goes on top of my TBR cart with the rest of this trilogy. So the thing I read next, because I got in a book slump after reading those, because those books were so good. So I read Because of Winn-Dixie by Kate DiCamillo, just because I knew it was a quick read. I wasn't expecting it to be anything amazing. Like 2 stars, 3 stars maybe, because I don't love this author's writing style, but it's a quick read for me, which was kind of the whole point. It was the only one I brought with me because I went to my grandmother's house for a quick read. So I read Because of Winn-Dixie, 3 stars by the way. And then I read Caraval, which I got from my local library. This book is a 4-star book. It's really, really good. I liked it a lot, but I was expecting enemies to lovers by when I Googled it, and to say the least, it was not. It was more of a strangers to lovers, friends to lovers kind of thing. It definitely wasn't enemies, but it was still good. So I loved that. And then I read Legendary, and I think this is the enemies to lovers a little bit, more than Caraval itself. But I'm not really sure. But yeah, Legendary. And then Finale had a lot more of the enemies to lovers type of trope, I guess. But, you know, overall it was more of strangers to lovers, friends to lovers, with a little bit of enemies to lovers, I guess. But I still liked these books. The whole trilogy was 4 stars, every single one of these books. I really liked the writing style. Finale. And then I read From the Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frankenwheeler, because I knew it was going to be a quick read. It's only like 100-some pages. I just wanted to read some single books. I had read a whole bunch of series. So I just wanted to read a quick book, and this was in one of my books that I recommend to people who are not in high school or are in elementary to middle school. I recommend, and this was in it, so I just wanted to see what it was about. 3-star book, really good, but not great. And then I also read Fish in a Tree, which my friend had recommended. And if I read this in grade 5, 6, or 7, I would have liked this a lot better then. I gave it 3 stars. I like this story, and I would recommend this to people. And I also liked going in the mind of someone who has dyslexia, or undiagnosed but severe dyslexia. So I liked this. And I liked being in the head of someone who had dyslexia. It was kind of cool to see the struggles. So I liked that. And then I read The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, which I don't know how. I went into this book almost completely blind. Still not sure how. I know a lot more now, just from hints. My friends have read it, so they'll kind of confirm my theories. Sometimes they don't. It's all confusing. This book is really, really, really good. I loved this book. This was a 4-star. Really liked it. And then Catching Fire, which is really good. I'm actually not done it because I'm filming this in March. But I still have a week of March, and I'm going to finish this tonight or tomorrow. So there's that. And then the last book that I know I'm going to finish in March is The Mockingjay. And I know I'm going to finish this because I am a pretty quick reader. And this won't even take me a week. And I know that for a fact. So, those are all the books I read in March. Okay, now to show you guys my April TBR. So, I have books that I know for sure that I'm reading going first. So, this month I am doing a book club with my friend where we switch favorite books. And one of hers is the Twilight series. So, I'm reading Twilight, New Moon, and Eclipse. I'm at least reading the first 3. We'll see if I like it before I go on to the 4th, but first 3 is fair. And then, because I know myself very well, and I know that I'll probably be craving a good fantasy after those books, so I have a few options. I have Journey to the Hopewell Star, which is just a standalone fantasy. I have Dance of Thieves, because I loved The Cruel Prince, and this is supposed to be like that. So I might read this duology. And my third option is The Kingdom, which I don't really know what it's about, but it was on my TBR. It seemed really interesting when I heard about it. So yeah, I have The Kingdom. And then I have the Let the Sky Fall trilogy, because it's by Sharon Messenger, who is one of my favorite authors, and I'm trying to read all the books that she owns, which I have bought the sequel to already. And then I am going to be reading The Lord of the Rings, including The Hobbit, but I just ordered The Hobbit online a little while ago, so I'm waiting for it to come in, but I will be reading this series, hopefully, in April. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!